no gold is not in her.
So there are plenty of items out there that could improve your CSGO experience, and my job is to highlight them in this video for you. So today, we're going to be counting down 3 things that every CSGO player needs. Coming in at number 1 on this list is going to be a 144Hz monitor. And note that you should only buy this if you can steadily get over 144 FPS in CSGO, otherwise it will be completely useless. And these monitors go for a few hundred, $200, $300 normally if you want a 1080p one, and it can get even more expensive if you would like a 1440p one, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to recommend the 1080p one, as that is the one I have, and I don't really feel like you need to play CSGO in anything higher than 1080p. So most standard monitors, and probably the monitor you're watching this video on, is in 60 Hz, and if you don't know what Hertz are, go look them up. I'm not a tech guy, I'm not going to fully explain, but to put it in layman terms, or to explain it to you people out there, I'm going to pretty much explain it like this. So when you're on 60 Hz, it kind of feels like you're lagging a bit, but you don't really notice it because you're used to playing in 60 Hz and you're used to playing like that. So imagine 60 FPS, and I know 60 FPS doesn't equal 60 Hz or whatever. I know someone's gonna leave that comment. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is imagine playing in 60 FPS and playing in 144 FPS. There's a huge difference there, and the game feels a lot smoother with 144 FPS, and that's the best example that I can use to explain what it feels like to jump from a 60 Hz monitor all the way to a 144 Hz monitor. The overall experience just feels a lot smoother, and it's definitely a lot more noticeable once you go back and play on a 60 Hz monitor. It kind of feels unplayable because the game feels very laggy. Like I said, if you're playing on a 60 Hz monitor now, you probably don't notice, but if you hop to a 144 Hz, it is definitely worth the money in my opinion. A lot of people ask me this constantly. I even made a whole video about it, which you can check out, but in my opinion, a 144 Hz monitor is essential to playing CSGO, especially if you want to play the game more competitively, because in my opinion, it kind of puts you at a disadvantage if you don't have one while everyone else does. So if you can go out and get a 144 Hz monitor, I definitely recommend it. It will improve your CSGO experience a lot, and you'll probably come back to this video thanking me later. Next on my list, and coming in at number 2, would have to be a bigger mousepad. And very often do I see people play this game and they play with a very standard mousepad, which isn't really all too big. If you have the desk room for it, I recommend buying an XL mousepad or an extended mousepad. I'm currently rocking the Corsair MM200 XL. Not sponsored, but Corsair, if you want to send me some money, you know, send it my way. PayPal down in the description. But yeah, it's a very, very good way to play the game, because not only is a standard mousepad small to the point where sometimes you can run your mouse off the edge and it can cause you to die or miss a shot. It's just very annoying to play with a small mousepad. I recently had to do it after playing with my big mousepad for so long, and it is very, very frustrating. Also, you can play with a lower sensitivity with a bigger mousepad because you have more room to move around, and it's a lot easier to be an ARM player. Some people like to use high sensitivity, and a lower mousepad, I guess, can work for that, but those of us who like to play with the lower sensitivity, I feel like it gives you a bit more accuracy, and I feel like playing at a lower sense definitely helps improve your aim a lot. Once again, just my opinion. Don't tell me in the comments down below how you play with 6 fucking sensitivity in your shroud pretty much. Please don't. But yeah, so a bigger mousepad will definitely help with that. In my opinion, it makes it a lot easier to aim because you don't have to worry about falling off the edge. It's pretty much impossible for me to play without a mousepad this big, and it's definitely something I recommend, and something that's not all too expensive. I think mousepads are maybe around 20-30 bucks if you want to get a really big one, but trust me, it's worth the investment, and it should last you a pretty long time. Third and final on my list is going to be a good mouse. And a lot of people don't really understand what makes a good mouse, what doesn't make a good mouse. And in my opinion, it all just comes down to feeling. Literally, everyone has a different preference. Everyone likes different mice. And in my case, I have the Razer Death Adder. I've been using it for a few years now, and I like it a lot. So if you want to use what I'm using, you can definitely buy a Razer Death Adder. But some of the other recommendations that I hear from my friends who also play the game are either, I believe it's a Logitech mouse. I do not know what it is. It's pretty much the most popular Logitech mouse. I'm sure if you search it up on Amazon, it should be the first one, Logitech gaming mouse. But another one being the Final mouse, and that's the one that I would recommend as well. I used it over my friend's house. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was really good, and it's definitely something you can get on Amazon for like 50-60 bucks, I believe, along with a Razer Death Adder, which is also around 50 to 60 bucks. But a good mouse is going to cost you, like I said, 50-60 bucks, and it's definitely worth it. Just try to go for something that feels good to you. And that is what I can't stress enough. A lot of people go out and buy mouses just because either their favorite pro has it or a YouTuber has it, but honestly, it all comes down to personal feeling. You're not that same person as them, and you can only do what you want to do. So buy something that you like, buy something that you think is good, and personally just get a good mouse, because if you're still playing with a shitty little small wireless mouse, then you're probably gonna have a bad time. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. What are some more things that you think every CSGO player should have? Feel free to tell me down in the comments down below. And if you like this video, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you are new, how about you subscribe? But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out.